first off, let's go to the 1966 season, okay? Obviously, it's what we're here for, but can you recap that season as a whole, what that was like leading up to the Notre Dame game?
Well, we started out, and I think in '66 we played North Carolina State, and we beat them, and we just kept rolling for the whole year, and playing one team at a time. We rolled through the whole schedule, but we knew at the end of the year that if we had an undefeated team, Notre Dame was probably going to be undefeated also. So it was going to be for the national championship. So we kind of, Duffy didn't want you to think about that, but come on now. We weren't that. I mean, we were young, but we weren't that foolish. We knew what was in front of us.
Well, and do you remember as that game got closer and closer to the hype that started to surround the game, the excitement? What sticks out about that to you?
Well, the hype they had, it was really closer the game got, both teams being undefeated, having good season. The press it was going crazy. So you really did have to try to put it out of your mind, concentrate on school and concentrate on practice, and try not to think about it, because if you thought about it too much, then you got nervous. But they had, and you probably know this, but at that time they had the biggest group of press people of all time in the Stabley Hilton, they called it, in the press box. So I think there were like 500 different people from different medias there. It was amazing.
That is. So the game ends 10-10 when you finally play Notre Dame, and you start to walk off the field. What's that feeling that you have?
It's really strange. It's hard to remember all of it, but I do remember when we walked off the field, you could look up in the stands. Well, you looked up at the scoreboard, and it was 10-10. We're walking off the field, and nobody left that stadium. I mean, there were 78,000 or whatever they had packed in there, and nobody had left. Everybody still was waiting for something to happen, and it just didn't. Nowadays, well, we wouldn't be here right now if that would have been, a modern day football where they would play in overtime.
So I guess with that, we just asked Jimmy. We'll go this way. We just asked Jimmy that if he could strap on the helmet and pads and play this game and find a winner totally, would you do it right now?
No. No, it's fun. Just we after that season, because Notre Dame, they didn't go to bowl games, and we'd been to the Rose Bowl the year before, and there was a no-repeat rule. So there were 5 of us from Michigan State, and 5 guys from Notre Dame went to the North-South game, which was a shrine game back then, an all-star game. And we just had a good time. I mean, it was like the toughest guy I ever played against was from Notre Dame, Pete Duranko. He was a defensive tackle. And my last 2 years, I was a guard as a sophomore, but my last 2 years, he played across from me. And then we were down at the North-South game. And it was fun to get to know the guy, but what a competitor he was. It was gave me headaches for 2 years.
So you finally get to meet some of his teammates again and hang out with some of your former teammates. What's this reunion been like after 51 years to you?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It really is. And it's too bad they couldn't get more people, here. But I got to know George Gedeke last year, and what a character he is, and all these guys. It's just fun to be here. I mean, you saw them when they started singing their fight song. Here's 6 or 7 guys, and they're singing their fight song in front of all these Spartans. I mean, what a great thing that is.
When you think about this rivalry between Michigan State and Notre Dame, there's a lot of history that goes back and forth with these two institutions. What does this rivalry mean to you?
Well, it meant when I was in school, we always played Notre Dame. And I think there's been a few years there where they haven't played, but it always has been a big rivalry. And to me, it was always a bigger rivalry than it was with U of M. They were a rival team. And, when we went down, we played 2 years in a row down there. My sophomore year and my junior year, we played in South Bend. And my sophomore year, we got beat up on pretty good. And my junior year, we beat them. That's when our defense held them to, I think it was minus 36 yards rushing for the game. and then we had the 10-10 tie. So we're 1-1-1 with Notre Dame when I was in school.
Awesome. That'll do it. I appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.